Tale of Grace, Cynthia Jones.
Imagine if you could change one season in your life with just a wave of a magic wand. Which season would you choose? What would you choose to do differently and why? Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and you, my fairy tale participants. With a show of hands, please, how many of you have heard of the Cinderella story? Great, I see you. Today, I am going to parallel my life to the Cinderella story. But unlike fairy tales, I did not have a special wand, nor did I have a crown or a glass slipper to change my circumstances. And nevertheless, I did manage to figure out the secret to achieving joy through challenging circumstances. And I'm eager to share it with you today. So sit back, grab something to take some notes with, and join me on this journey. First, we're going to review the Cinderella story. We're going to zoom in when Cinderella is about 14 years old and mom and dad, they have a simple life and a happy life up on the hill, enjoying time with each other and making memories. When tragedy hits and her mom dies unexpectedly, they both were shattered. Months and months, Dad and Cinderella mourned the loss. But Dad quickly realized that Cinderella needed a mom to raise her. And so, what would a caring dad do? He looked for another wife and a mom, and he marries. Now, Cinderella has a stepmom and two stepsisters. Then, if you remember the next scene, a few years later, tragedy hits again. And now her dad dies. It left Cinderella devastated and wrecked. This is when the plot thickens in the show. The stepmother turns from stepmother to evil stepmother. And she makes Cinderella become the maid, the cook, and the seamstress. Oh my. How many of you wanted to live the Cinderella story? You remember the happiness in the beginning and then this wonderful castle at the end with the prince. Well, I did too, but I didn't like the middle. Right in the middle is where the mess is, and that's what we don't like. Now, when I was young, I was given the nickname of Cinderella, but I had no idea how similar our stories would be. Wait. My mom and dad did not die, but their marriage did. Divorce came in, and my mom went out. I stayed with my dad like Cinderella did, and it was me and my dad. It was great. But he too quickly decided that I needed a mom and he needed a wife. So he did the same and he found me a stepmom and married. I too was turned in to the maid and the cook and, well, not the seamstress because frankly, I can't sew. My stepmother was really, really, really abusive. And to be honest, I hated my life. I remember one night when I decided to take my life, and thankfully, I didn't go through with it. As I walked through my tough situations, I thought, how did Cinderella handle it? Those hundreds of times I watched the movie and she was happy and singing with the birds and all of nature. I mean, she had a mean stepmom, right? She had mean stepsisters. She had unfair, unwanted, and unexpected situations. I realized that she handled it with grace. This is an acronym, so write it down. The G stands for appreciate. She appreciated her mom and dad for as long as they were in her life. The R stands for reflecting. She reflected on what her mom and dad taught her, on how she lived life the way they wanted her to. The A is her attitude. Attitude determines your altitude in life. The C stands for choice. You get to make the choice of the circumstances. They either make you or you change them. And the E, is for execute your expected outcome. Now, Cinderella had a decision to make. Things weren't fair, but they happen. When life gives you a fairy godmother, oh, no. What I meant is when life does not give you fair, change it. Cinderella taught us that resilience and happiness and focusing on joy and focusing on grace, no matter what you think is empowering, either it be a wand, a shoe, or a headdress, whatever you call it, you already have the power within you. You have it in your heart, you have it in your mind, and you have it in what you speak. Cinderella's mess became her message, and mine did too. There are 3 simple things I would like you to remember from today. Your wand is in your hands. You have the control. Your glass slipper, use it to walk in peace and joy wherever you go. And use your crown to keep your head high, because people are watching you while you walk through pain and happiness and all of the in-between. And when unfair, unwanted, and unexpected situations happen, you choose joy and know that all of your fairy tales will come true. Back to you, Contest Toastmaster.